Oh, so any expats? Expats in the audience? Yeah. Love the expats. I love talking to the expats. So, how long have you been down here? 4 years, man. 4 years. Yeah, how long had you planned on coming down? 2 weeks? Wow. Well, when are you going to go back? You know, when are you heading back to your country? Never, man. Once you go BA, you never go back. Wow, don't you miss your family, your friends? Of course. But it's like that movie Splash. Of course Tom Hanks loved his brother John Candy. But wouldn't you rather spend the rest of your days with Daryl Hannah? A mermaid? Naked? In paradise? He said, fair point. Fair point. Un buen analogy. Un buen analogy. But I get why you're staying down here. This is a beautiful, beautiful city. I mean, God, it's just gorgeous. The people here are simpática, y linda, y inteligente. Sign up for Vamos. This is what you'll get, okay? No, but it's awesome. See, you guys still have human beings in Buenos Aires. That's a good thing. I don't know if you guys know, but back in New York, where I'm from, anybody else from New York? Woo! New York? Okay. Well, then you'll back me up on this. We don't have human beings in New York anymore. We don't. We just have freezing robots. Just walking around with Starbucks in one hand and a smartphone in the other, trying to figure out where to fit the cigarette. Crazy. The technology has gone absolutely insane in Nueva York. Absolutely insane. For example, on the subways, people used to have conversations. They did. Now it's just rows and rows of robots with wires coming out of every orifice. Now the conversation breaks out, people don't know what to do. They're just like, oh my God, these people are talking to each other. They don't even know each other. That's weird. That's weird behavior. What do you think's worse with the technology these days, guys, men or women? Feel free to just call out. It's fine. You have a 50% chance. Men! Good! Thank you for yelling out when you're wrong. No, at least on the subways back in New York, it's got to be the women. And I get it. I get it, ladies. It's the perfect defense against the skeevy perverts that are jerking off to you at 3 o'clock in the morning. You don't want that. But I ask, what about the rest of us who don't do that anymore? What about us? I was checking out this woman on the subway. She's dialed in her smartphone. I said, hi, how you doing? She looked at me like, you're not an app? Can't compete with that. I'll explain after. You got it, okay. Oh, they got it. Peligroso. You know, I was sitting next to this African-American woman on the subway. She's like, I don't understand you kids these days. iPhone, iPad, iPod. Whatever happened to Wii? I said, they got that too, the Nintendo Wii. It's crazy. I don't know if you've seen this in New York. If somebody's running out of their battery life on their smartphone or their laptop, they look like a crack fiend. They look like a crack fiend. Just walking into coffee shops going, excuse me, do you have an outlet? Excuse me, do you have an outlet? An outlet? Do you have an outlet? No, ma'am, we don't have an outlet. You don't have an outlet? What kind of a coffee shop is this? You don't have an outlet? Excuse me, sir, do you have an outlet? An outlet? Do you have an outlet? No, ma'am, an outlet? No, I'm a human being. I don't have an outlet. Do you want to shove that thing up my ass? Outlet. It's crazy. I was hanging out with a friend of mine in front of his departamento, and we're having a conversation, as humans used to do. And this woman walks by, and she's got her baby boy in a stroller. I said, hi, how are you? What's your name? She goes, If you want to talk to him, you email him like a normal person. Okay? Okay? Rough back in New York, man. It's rough. It's freezing. Everybody's like, Dave, you gotta get the iPhone. You gotta get the iPhone, Dave. It will change your life. Fuck all that shit. You gotta get the iPhone. So I walked into the AT&T store. I said, hi, I'd like to get the iPhone. They said, I'm sorry, sir. you're not eligible to upgrade for the iPhone for quite some time. I said, well then I might as well just kill myself. Right? If you don't have an iPhone, forget about it. I went on a date with a woman who had an iPhone. We're having what I thought was a nice conversation, Rosenstein. All of a sudden, she gets up, starts walking around the coffee shop like this. I said, what are you doing? She says, I need to know what song this is. Song's been in my head for 6 months. I need to know what song this is. I said, do you have any idea how rude that is? We're just in the middle of a conversation. 2 minutes later, she goes, how do I get to Bedford Avenue? I said, what are you doing? She said, I need to know how to get to Bedford Avenue. I said, you need to know right now? In the middle of our conversation? I said, what? And what, you just ask that thing a question, it gives you the answer? She said, let me see that. What's the meaning of life? Don't ask a smartphone stupid questions. Oh man, it's rough though. I don't know if you guys know, like the streets of Manhattan are pretty crazy. I mean, it's a pretty busy place to be, the streets of Manhattan. Yeah, you guys been to New York? Yeah? Okay, so you know, the streets are pretty crazy, right? Back in New York, grown adults walking across the street like Rain Man. Nobody says, definitely need to send this text. Definitely need to send this text. There's cars going by, don't care. Definitely need more Facebook friends. Definitely. Oh, crazy time in New York, man. Oh, I need a breather, holy shit. Qué linda. ¿Tú bebes cerveza? ¿No? ¿Qué bebe? Champagne. Me gusta tu pronunciación de champagne. Sí, es muy bien. You want to come over for the mate? We'll talk later. Vamos a ver. You guys masturbate? What? Is that inappropriate? Come on! You guys know? Yes? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Masturbate. You know masturbate? Masturbate. Jugar con yourself. No? I was masturbating the other night to, What? You guys don't do that down here? No, I was masturbating to Meryl Streep. Why is that weird? In The Iron Lady. And...
When she was old.
Oh, God.
When she was old.
Okay?
When she was old.
When she was old. I'm not sure I understand that. I only have about 30 seconds left, so we'll talk. And it got me thinking, like, who was the first person to masturbate? Huh? Who discovered this pot of gold? Must have been like way back in the Cro-Magnon period, right? And all the Cro-Mags are trying to make fire. And one guy hits on something. Cro-Mags had huge cocks, by the way. I'm coming! And simultaneously, language was born. Okay, guys, thank you very much. It's been a great audience.